Won't you take me for a ride? I will love the feeling of the wind in my hair while speeding on the highway down by the sea. We go on and on and on.
Just starting the day dolphin watching with a cup of coffee and tea.
I just saw so many dolphins.
There's literally right outside the campsite in the ocean here, there's so many bottlenose dolphins swimming. It's really, really cute.
I saw their entire tail, like it literally came right out of the water.
Except the second I get the camera out, they stop jumping out. They've literally just been leaping out of the water for the last 10 minutes or so.
Come on, come back.
Okay, I can't really see on the viewfinder, so if you see them, tell me, okay?
I want to see an orca. I remember when I swam with dolphins. In Discovery Cove? Yeah.
That is really cool. That was really, really cool.
I want to see an orca. We swam with dolphins in America once, and we had to hold on to their slimy fin things, and then they dragged us through the water.
You did, you did. And we've seen whales in real life too. I don't know if you remember in Australia.
Yeah, I remember.
We went on a boat trip and there was real whales in the
I
ocean.
remember crocodiles.
Yep, and there was whales, definitely big whales too. You alright, little man? What's wrong?
You chopped your finger in your car.
You got a boo-boo.
Okay.
You've got a milk moustache as well. Okay. Feeling kind of sad this morning because today is potentially the last proper day of this trip. We won't be at home tonight, that's for definite, because we're way too far away from home to do all that in one day. But certainly by tomorrow night we're going to be back at home in our beds, and I don't wanna. I love this lifestyle so much. I can't even deal with how much I love this lifestyle. And not just how much I love this lifestyle, but just how much I love this place. Not this place in specific, just Scotland in general. I just love being here. I love everything about this, and I've absolutely adored every second of this trip that we've had here, every single minute. And I'm so, so grateful that we've been able to do this. I'm always so eternally grateful that we are continually able to do things like this and give our children memories like this. And I don't know, I just wanted to start this video by just saying a big thank you to everyone that continually supports us and continually watches our videos every day. It means more than we could ever tell you, and I don't know, I'm just feeling super grateful this morning. Super sad that we are officially starting the journey home today, but super, super grateful that just for everything basically. And we truly couldn't be waking up at a more beautiful place this morning than Chenery Point. We've seen dolphins out here whilst we were sat drinking our morning cups of tea outside, and it's just been magical. It's just insanely beautiful here. This campsite it has like the best location ever, right on the front of the water, and it's just so quiet and lovely. Yeah, it's just amazing. 100% you need to add this to your bucket lists when you're coming up to Scotland. If you're ever doing the NC 500, obviously we haven't done the NC 500 this time. We've been to places on the NC 500 and we've driven roads on the NC 500, but we haven't done the NC 500. We didn't have time on this trip to do that, purely because we have to be home Monday onwards for lots of baby stuff that's happening and meetings and things like that. Back to reality basically on Monday, and we have to be home for that. And so we always had the week starting the 6th of July is we have to be home, because we've got you know, babies coming soon. We've got so much to organise before then. We've got so much work stuff that we need to do and stuff going on and whatnot, that you know, just lots of good stuff, but we have to be home for that. So this was always the end of the trip for us, and we didn't have enough time to do the official NC 500. Obviously would have loved to, but we will be coming back in the future in a van and doing it in way bigger detail than we even first did basically. We just love this place. We can't deal with how much we love this place, and it doesn't matter how many times you do like the NC 500 route. There is so many routes to go on around it that it would take you years and years and years to be able to see them all. There's just so much to see and do here in Scotland and in the Highlands, and so many experiences to do, that it would just take so many trips to be able to do them all. So I'm so excited to be able to come back again and do that. And this trip has proved one thing to me, that you can do this trip. You can do the NC 500, you can do the roads on the NC 500 bar the Bailachna Bar route. Don't ever attempt that. But bar that route, you can do the NC 500 towing a caravan. It is harder than in a van, and you do have to plan more ahead, and you do have to think more about where you're stopping, because obviously what you're towing is a lot bigger. It's much less maneuverable than say a van is or a motorhome, but you can certainly do it. And the roads are not, you know, they're not scary, and the single track roads are not scary. There's passing places everywhere, and it's not difficult like that. The only thing you have to do is it's maybe just a little bit more harder to find like the really amazing like wild camp spots that you have to go down the single track super dirt roads, bumpy terrain, off-road style. You have to plan ahead a bit more when you're picking your spots to stay, but other than that, it's certainly doable in a caravan. And I hope that I know we haven't done the NC500 route, but I'm hopefully that these videos have shown some people in the caravan community that, you know, the Highlands and going down roads like this and just aimlessly wandering, towing a caravan is not scary at all, and it's certainly doable. That's what I wanted to do with this trip. I know we haven't had as much time as we've wanted to do all the little bits to show that properly, but hopefully with what we've done, we've been able to show that a little at least. But today we've got a bit of a drive on us. We're not really sure on the plan. We're heading south towards Edinburgh first of all, potentially depending on how long it takes us to get there. It's about a 3-hour and a bit drive, 3.5 hour drive from where we are, and then we'll see how we are basically. If we want to carry on, then maybe we will, or maybe we'll just find somewhere to stay overnight around the Edinburgh area before finishing the journey tomorrow on Sunday, ending up in our beds kind of like Sunday night or so. But it's time to get on the road. We're all hooked up and ready to go. Everyone's just patiently waiting for me. So let's get on the road.
On this long old drive, I thought I'd fill you in on last night's shenanigans. I genuinely, last night, thought I might give birth in the caravan.
It was pretty bad actually.
And I'm not exaggerating when I say that. I genuinely thought I was in labour last night. So, with the girls, I never ever... Can you put your window up a second? Thank you. With the girls, I never ever got Braxton Hicks at all. I didn't experience them in any way, shape or form. With Jace, I did get them a little bit, but it was more just like I could feel my stomach tightening, but without like pain or anything. Last night, we got back to the caravan, had dinner, and I just felt uncomfortable. And I laid down, and oh my goodness, what I thought were contractions started. It was like tightening, but with like pressure and like a bit of pain, not like pain where I had to like breathe through it or anything like that, but pain that I could feel, like period pain in my back and the front of my stomach, and it was absolutely terrifying. Oh, I didn't want to say anything in front of the girls, because I didn't want them worrying. And I told Chris quietly on the bed, and Chris was like, do you think we should all get in the car now and drive home? If we drive through the night, I can get us home for morning. And I was like, no, I can't think of anything worse than doing that. But it was so bad that I didn't even dare sit up and drink my cup of tea. I felt like if I moved, like my waters might break or something, and I knew if my waters broke, that would be it. Now, I'm just going to point out that I wasn't worried in the respect that we would be stuck, because number one, everywhere we've stayed, we've checked out the hospitals, like the closest hospital to us, and it's not hard to buy a car seat, and we do have an extra seat in the car, etc, etc. So it wasn't that. It was just more the fact that I'm only 36 weeks and I'm not prepared to give birth right now. Thankfully, it was just Braxton Hicks, obviously, because nothing's progressed of it, and they are normal at this stage in pregnancy. I don't know if they're like more common in more pregnancies you have, maybe, because like I said, I didn't get them with the girls. I did a bit with Jace, and last night was something else. But yeah, it was a bit of a hairy moment, wasn't it? I was like, no way have we done this whole trip, and then the day before we're setting off to make our way back home, is this going to happen? Stay there where you are, baby girl. You're not coming out just yet. And they lasted, how long did they go on for? They were like constant, like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
I was sweating for at least an hour and a half after you told me.
Yeah, it was.
I was like checking out which was the
we're
best
looking at the
hospital
best hospital, because there was quite a few hospitals around us, like within 15-20 minutes away. But we were checking out the ones with the maternity unit. Oh dear, has anybody else had a scare like that? Oh, it was so. Well, it wasn't funny. It's funny now looking back.
Hindsight's funny, yeah.
In hindsight, it's funny.
I'm glad we didn't get up and drive through the night to go.
I'm glad we didn't. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't drive through the night. They did taper off, and then they stopped before I went to sleep, so that's good. And then I slept horrendous all last night. I don't know if you can see, but I've got more cold sores coming. My lips are chapped. I've got ulcers on my lips. I was getting a cold sore there like one day last week. We put the treatment on that I use, and it's so frustrating sometimes because the treatment gets rid of the cold sore straight away. It doesn't come out. But then it's like, well, just walk to this side of your lip and come out here instead then. And that's where it's done. So, didn't sleep great at all last night. But, yeah, it's a bit of a hairy moment. Babe,
Yeah.
I just asked this to the girls and they thought it was hilarious, so I'm going to ask you. Does my bum look big in this?
No? Of course not, babe.
They said that you can't tell when I've got my jumper on. Is that right?
Yeah, you kind of look, yeah, you can see Link quite well actually with that jumper. But when you lift it up, it's like, oh no. No mistaking that. Ah, good boy.
Are we excited to see baby?
They say gutsy. That means cute.
Yeah.
It's our word. You cute, man? Yeah. So we just had a quick stop at the service station. We've decided not to stop and eat just yet, just because, what time is it? Is it like 4? It's only just coming up to 4 p.m. and we don't tend to eat our evening meal until like 6, so it's a bit early. What, darling? Where?
Up there on my head.
You do? And how did you do that?
Wash my head and there on my bed.
You did it on Esme's bed?
Yeah.
Because what were you doing?
2 monkeys jump on bed.
That's right, you were doing 2 monkeys jumping on the bed, weren't you?
Yeah.
And you hit it.
Yeah.
But it's almost better now.
No. There.
Is it still there? Is it stressing you out?
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Towel on it.
Pardon?
Towel on it.
Toilet roll on it?
Yeah.
What do you want toilet roll on it for? Did anyone else when they were younger? That just reminded me, when you were in primary school or something, if you got like a cut or you hurt your finger or anything like that, you used to make yourself a wet, soggy toilet roll bandage.
Because that's what they tell you in school, like
They don't tell you in school to make
the time that I was in school and I still have the scar, but I stabbed, I don't even know how I did it, but I fell and a stick basically went in my leg.
She got a massive gaping hole on her knee that was gross.
And I've still got a scar there from it, but I did this, right, and I was limping back and this teacher grabbed me and ran across the field holding me, and it was so funny. I got up there and they put a plaster on my leg. I had a hole in my leg.
Well, yeah, that makes sense though.
Yeah, but
I thought you were going to say they put wet toilet roll on my
they did
leg.
that first and then they put a plaster on it.
No, they cleaned the wound and then they
No,
put
but
plaster
Mum,
on.
even
But
so,
I'm talking about
A
like
little plaster is not going to do anything.
plaster.
It's
Plaster.
not
Plaster.
plaster. Not with the
No, it's
cream.
not plaster. I never said plaster. I just said plaster. Plaster. You sound like you're saying it. You sound like you're saying pasta.
No, it's just a plaster.
It's not a plaster. It's a plaster.
It's plaster.
It's not plaster. It's a plaster.
Plaster.
Do you say plaster or plaster?
Oh, wait, I'm gonna
Isabel's gonna Google now and make me look stupid.
Glashy on.
What, darling?
I put my glashy on.
Put your glasses on. Plaster. Here you go. Plaster. Plaster. I told you. Plaster. It sounds like you're saying pasta with an L. Play it again. Is that better?
Plaster. I put my
Nah, that's just.
It's saying plaster.
Well, I don't agree with Sue.
I'm never right. No, I'm always right, but I'm never usually right with the girls. Right, anyway guys, we're just sat here basically waiting for Chris to upload the vlog. Not upload it, just sort it out. It's already uploaded because obviously it's going live at 5. I don't want it to be late. I think we're only going to drive for about an hour more today and then make the rest of the journey home tomorrow. We should arrive home tomorrow late afternoon, which I've got to admit guys, I'm a bit excited about. I really am. I'll be able to fully relax when we get home. And
your bath, Mum.
no, don't get me wrong. Oh my gosh, my bath. Don't get me wrong. I've really relaxed on this holiday and I've really enjoyed it. But you know, I am 37 weeks pregnant on Wednesday, and I want to feel prepared for that. And I know that I'll feel prepared when we get home. Right, I'm going to get you back in your seat, little man. No. Like, no, the snacks are all up here. This is where I'm staying. Is there some in there?
Yeah.
They're daddy's.
No, do we eat them?
Are you going to eat them?
Yeah.
I think they're daddy's.
No.
Do you care?
I don't eat them.
See, I don't care. Thank you. Are you sharing? You're a kind boy.
Just landed. We're all about to get off the plane and we're in our destination now.
Our destination is America.
We've been on this plane for about 10 hours so far. The journey's going good. We've got Jace next to us who's just woke up. Jace, is this a good plane ride? Yeah. No, but seriously, I've got travel hair right now. What is going on? Look at my travel hair.
No, look at my beautiful face.
at
Not
my
your travel hair. My pretty face.
It's all jokes, guys. It's all jokes. Are fine. It's all gravy. What? Oh. Do you want me to turn him off? I'll turn him off in a minute. Anyway, guys, we've just got to our destination for the evening. It's very nice out here. Very nice. Can you see some flowers out your window, Jace?
No.
I think you can. What are those blue ones? Can you see? Good answer.
So we just stopped off at a caravan and a motorhome rest stop. I need to put the lights on because it's too dark in here. Whackers the lights on, babe. Thank you very much. As we drove actually way more today than we were expecting to drive, right?
You're almost in England.
We're almost out of Scotland and on the border of England.
Last night in Scotland.
What's wrong, Jace? You don't like Isla's feet? My lips are so sore tonight. Anyway, we decided to do the majority of the driving today and then do 2 vlogs in one. It's not going to affect you guys at all. It's still the same schedule. There'll still be a vlog every day at 5 PM. There still won't be one on Monday. It's not going to affect your schedule at all, but this is going to be a 2-in-1 vlog. So we'll see you in the morning for the last part of our journey when we're going to arrive home, right? Yeah? Everyone?
Oh yeah, so yeah.
I didn't expect you to answer enthusiastically. Chris hates leaving trips. Good morning, iFam. I hope everyone's feeling better than me today because look at the state of my bottom lip. It's not even like, oh my gosh, it's not even like a coleslaw, which I've got there. It's like my whole of my bottom lip is blistered from there all the way across. What's going on?
Look at him for some reason.
Okay, don't look at him then.
I'm not.
But we're up bright and early this morning. The girls are going to do some schooling in the car and we're going to make the last part of our journey back home. I am actually quite excited. You can't see Daddy? He's going to pay for the petrol, the diesel in the garage.
Just pulled into a services because we're getting absolutely trashed on the road right now by a thunderstorm. It looks pretty cool from here actually. It's so loud. I saw a report on the weather this morning as we were leaving Scotland that there were supposed to be thunderstorms rolling across the country today, dumping tons of water, and they were not lying.
The girls are back. Should we go?
Oh yeah, it's our time, right, let's go.
Lock them out and get them drenched. It's open, it's open, it's open.
I need to shut the
It's only rain. Jace, where are we?
No,
in? Why? We're going on the bum bump. Yeah, come on. Tramp a weed. Are you excited? We home.
Are you excited to go on the jump?
Oh. Tell guys.
Yeah.
Tell the guys that we home. Yeah. So let me get me out. Is that our new home? We home.
Ah.
Oh, it smells like new home.
Yeah, it does.
Well, it is a brand new home. But
It does smell like. It smells like brand new house for definite. Oh my goodness me.
it's such a good boy.
Good boy, you taking your shoes off? Okay, I will help you.
I look like I'm carrying something well dodgy right now. Look at me. In a massive bag. Oh, I can't stop the camera now. It's going to be an awkward section of me just sitting like this. Run. I am fit. I am healthy. I am fit. That bag was heavy. Bleep screen.